Hello everybody, and thanks for joining. Today, my husband Kyle and I are actually staying at the Hilton in Burlington, and tonight we're gonna go see the Broadway show Anastasia. It's a traveling company that's coming through, so I'm super pumped to see it. And we've got a little bit of time to kill, so we are walking down the famed Church Street, and it's so beautiful. You can see some of it behind me here, and maybe we'll find a bite to eat along the way. I'm actually going to step back in time and show you our room tour as well, so you can get an idea of what the rooms look like at the Hilton. We do have an ocean view, lake view, which is super pretty. So we'll do that now and then jump ahead. So when you first enter, you're greeted by your closet. It's a decent amount of space in here, with, as you would expect, your iron and ironing board with some hangers, and of course your luggage rack right there. Next to that, you have a nice full-length mirror, which is super nifty. And the bathroom. My first impression when we walked in was it was really dark in the hallways, and all the colors are really dark, but it kind of lends a nice, intimate, relaxing feel to it. Got your toilet with press flush, some nice tile in the tub, and some soaps. No hook on the back of the door, which is kind of a bummer. I always use that. Looks like they had one at one point. Nice big mirror to get ready in. And then you come into your actual room area here. So we have booked here a king with a lake view. And it's starting to get dark, but you can still see it's quite the view. Let's see if I can dial that down for you. See the mountain range on the New York side, and the lake there. Very pretty. So standing by the window, here's a view of the room. Your thermostat, and for outlets it looks like we've got a normal plug, a USB right in the lamp at the desk, which is nifty, but there's not too many there. Over here looks like we've got the same thing, another USB and single. And tip for you guys, we were searching high and low for a way to turn this lamp on here. All you gotta do is just step right here on this button, and there you go. So it looks like we've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outlets. There's more singles over here, 3 USBs, so not a whole lot. They do have a pretty large TV, which is nice, especially when those important games are on. And plenty of drawer space. So in here we've got your safe, your fridge, which, ooh, it's tiny. Small little guy. And then just regular whole drawers. the desk space, you got your cups and ice bucket. And you can order room service with Grubhub. That's kind of cool. So the lake at its longest is about 107 miles, and at its widest, it's about 14 miles. And it's hard to see right now because it's a little blown out, but I can go back and show you. It's kind of cool because from here you can see the ferry where they ferry you across with your car. And the ferries are over here. A little difficult to see. Easier once you're closer to the water. We are getting here before a snowstorm, so we're gonna overnight and take our time getting back home. The kids are home with my brother, and we're having like our first date night out in forever. So I'm so excited to just spend some quiet time. This is such a pretty little town, and the theater is adorable. I'm gonna show you some still images. I obviously can't record in the theater, so you guys are gonna have to just go see the show for yourselves. But yeah, it's definitely New England. Back to our 20, 30 degree weather and snow. Whereas just a couple days ago, I was in Florida enjoying the beautiful 80 sunny weather. So definitely a little bit of a change in pace. It's starting to snow already. So hopefully you'll get to see a little bit of it when we come out from the theater. Crow Bookshop. This place looks adorable. New and used books. My little spot. I love it. So I think we're gonna give the Irish pub a try. Let's look at the menu. So it was super loud in there, as any pub is, but I wanted to give you my quick thoughts on dinner. It was really good. Any of you who have watched my videos know I have an obsession with poutine, and it didn't disappoint. There was a nice, like, thick amount of gravy on there. I added the brisket, and it was very generous with the cheese curds, so a lot of people skimp out on them. They did not. It was well done. And Kyle downed his fish very quickly. It was very good. And for the both of us, it came to about $43, not including tips. So really reasonable as well. I think we're gonna make our way down to the theater. So let's get going. There's the theater. It's so cute. Beautiful with the snow falling. So we just got back from the Flynn Theater. I took a couple of pictures inside to show you. It'll stick over here. It was so beautiful. It was really well done. And it was nice because I've been to Broadway in New York and I've been in Boston. But this was such a nice, small, intimate theater. And I actually looked it up. The Flynn holds about, I think it was 1,450 guests, which is a little bit more than our local theater, the Colonial in Keene, New Hampshire. But it was still really small, but not like claustrophobic small. So it was a nice atmosphere, and we got right in and were able, without a crazy line, to get, you know, our programs and, you know, drinks or snacks or whatever. So it was nice. It wasn't crowded. Like, we got to enjoy Broadway without the chaos of the city, which was fabulous. And the show itself, the production was phenomenal. They did a marvelous job. So Veronica Stern played Anya, who is Princess Anastasia, and this is her national tour debut, and she rocked it. She was great, as well as everybody else, but I was so glad to be able to go see it, and I definitely will be looking to go back if it's around sometime. So I think that's probably gonna do it for us tonight. I might go grab a drink and just relax and enjoy the rest of our night. Let me know if you've seen the show or if you plan to, because it was great and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it too. Or if you've been to Burlington, Vermont, what your thoughts are on the town. I personally think it's got a great laid-back feel to it. It is Vermont's largest city with about 40,000 people, which, to give the people that live near me a comparison, is like the size of Concord, New Hampshire, for a good comparison. So we just woke up, late for us, it's after 8, and today is January 23rd. We just got some snow overnight, not a whole lot, but more back home, so we're gonna take it slow on our way back home. I think we're gonna go catch some breakfast and maybe see a little bit around the hotel, and then hopefully by the time we get back we'll have a little bit better of a view of the lake. Checkout isn't until 12, which is nice, so we can take our time. I don't remember the exact specifics, so I'll dig and find them and put them on the screen, but I do believe that there's a mandatory like $25 recreation type fee that is built into your stay, and upon arrival, they give you a $25 gift card that you can use to local restaurants around or to the in-house bar, breakfast, or lounge area. So this is the in-house bar and breakfast area. So here's Kyle's bacon, egg, and cheese. Looks like the English muffin is homemade. I went with the veggie and cheese burrito. It was pre-packaged. There we go. Give you an idea of what it looks like inside. So it looked like a lot of egg to veggie ratio, but I will say that the caramelized onions and peppers have really good flavor. It like punches through, so it's perfect. Kyle and I got the French toast to share, and I don't usually get French toast when we're out and about because I am a true New England snob when it comes to syrup. I don't do the fake stuff. I gotta have my real Vermont syrup, so that is the highlight of this dish, is it's the Vermont French toast with Vermont maple syrup. And of course, did you see how beautiful and fresh the berries look? It looks perfect. Kyle and I are over here arguing about the syrup. He uses way too much. But this French toast is perfect. It's super crispy. And tastes amazing. It's a win-win. So the breakfast food here is all a la carte. It's separate. The prices are gonna be in front of the item that you choose, or they have a little menu that you can choose from that comes straight from the kitchen. Those items are a little bit pricier, but definitely worth it. I also want to point out that the food is not like your typical breakfast buffet. It's definitely worth the individual pricing. Like Kyle's breakfast sandwich that you saw, the bread was like homemade and the bacon was like fresh and crispy and perfect, so it was very good. So right off the entrance is where you're gonna hit the bar and food lounge. elevators, and kind of not what you would expect, but the check-in area is over here to the right. It took me a little bit to figure it out when we first got here. And then they've got a small little snack shop. And stairs. Probably up these stairs is where you're gonna find the pool and exercise room. So let's go take a look and see what we got to work with here. So this is a cool little outdoor sitting area. Wouldn't want to do it right now. So this also leads to the mezzanine, which I believe is on level 3. And that is where the parking garage is. So they've got a nice little tunnel that leads right down in for easy access. You do need your key card to access. Got your towels. Oh, it's so quiet in here. And hamper. And there you go. There's the pool. So it's 6.5 feet deep at the deep end, so little ones are gonna want their life jackets. And at the short end, it's 3 feet, so definitely floaties for my kids. To the right of that, we have the hot tub, which this is kind of cool. I haven't seen one that runs the width of the pool itself, but it's nice and roomy. And there's a little bench that runs the entire length. So that's pretty cool. The pool's also nice and wide. Not super long, but it's nice and wide. This is really neat. I love. They've got little personal, like deck type seating areas. Nice and private. Kyle and I were just talking. I think these are actually little balconies for some of the room categories. So that's kind of neat. In the pool room, you can actually see we have walking access to the next door parking garage as well, which is kind of cool. A little street sign indicating where you're at. And then this is our parking garage. And it all leads down to Main Street. This is cool. They've got a little temperature and updates board here in the hall. A little further in, we've got a little mini bank and a dust station if you need to access any emails and you don't have your computer, and a printer. Right around the corner is the exercise room. You won't find me in there often. So there's plenty of seating space, indoors and outdoors. On the other side, we have this adorable little picnic area with these little twinkle lights. I bet that's really pretty outside in the summer at night. And they've got a little grill. That's cool. So the walls are really thin. That said, we are right outside of the elevator, or across from the elevator, and it wasn't loud or obnoxious or anything. I heard a couple of people coming and going, but it wasn't super loud, so that's nice. But if someone is talking and walking down the hall, you hear them like very clearly. So we ate breakfast, which was great, and got our nice view of the lake since it finally cleared up just enough. And now we're just kind of waffling on what we want to do. If we want to try driving home. The roads are really bad back home. It's not snowing here, but it's coming down pretty good at home. And it's usually about a 2.5 hour drive for us, but everybody back home is telling us the roads are awful that accidents are plentiful and the road's covered in about 1.5 inches of snow, and they've been plowing. So it's still supposed to be coming down all day long, and we already have 8 inches. So do we stay or do we go? I think for now I am going to wrap it up and probably work on some editing. I have plenty of video to go through right now. I think that'll probably do it for us today. We might go for a walk, but be sure to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe. That will keep you up to date on everything new that we've got going on. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time on Travel Pixie Style.